Welcome to Chats with Cam. You're joined by me, Cam, and today I'm joined by...
Hey guys, I'm Nush.
Hi guys, I'm Humi.
And I'm Rosa.
And today we'll be discussing a range of topics from relationships and careers and how that might affect in said relationships. But to start off, let's get some quick fire questions going. So for starters, what's the last song you listened to?
Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't actually got a song. I've got an album. Burna Boy's new album.
Ooh,
It is
it
so
good?
wavy. Okay, guys, you need to go and check it out. It's so good. And I'm gonna go and see him on the 3rd of November, which is my birthday. So I'm gassed.
Okay. What about you?
Well, when we were walking in, we were listening to Rubber Bands by Heady One.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we were sharing
We were sharing
AirPods. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Classic.
What did we play first? First song we played.
Missed
Does it
so
work?
high.
Does it work if you have like one in each ear?
Yeah.
As long as it's a human ear,
Right.
I guess. But yeah,
What other ill would it be?
I know. We shared the AirPods and
Yeah.
we're playing.
Missed so high.
Yeah, we're playing.
It's one of my favorite songs at the moment.
Fair enough.
Good choices.
Mine would probably... I'm still listening to Location, Dave, Burna Boy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that's
it's the
really
classic.
Yeah,
It's a summer tune. What do you
it,
mean?
it just fell
It's
right
so
into the
different from-
classics.
It came out in like April. Was
Yeah,
it?
like early on in the year.
March, April. Yeah.
I'm
so
glad it carried through to summer.
It's still good. Yeah.
Fair enough. Next question then. Who was the last person you text?
Oh,
You. Last text
Oh,
you.
Okay,
Before
apart from
you.
me, who was it? Probably my friend Kaz, to ask her if I can use the camera that she borrowed. So boring, I know.
Yeah, very boring.
Well, before you, I text Rosa.
yeah.
Just meeting up. But before I text Rosa, I was going to meet with a friend, but I cancelled on him.
Ooh.
Special friend.
Yeah, he's a special friend. He'll probably be sad if I didn't say he's a special friend.
Yeah.
Right. And lastly, is an avocado a fruit or a vegetable?
Fruit.
See, I think it's a vegetable.
Isn't it that fruits?
It has a
It
seed.
has a seed.
Yeah.
So it's a fruit.
Yeah.
It's got one big seed in the middle. That's true.
It's a
Yeah.
vegetable.
Is it a seed or is it like a stone?
No, it's a seed.
No,
If
it's a
you
seed.
like plant it,
But I
you will
think
grow
it's...
another
Yeah, you're
avocado.
right.
Yeah, like a vegetable.
No.
Yeah.
Seeds are in fruits, not in veg.
Yeah, but like... when you
Tomatoes
grow...
are fruit.
No, but tomatoes are different. Tomatoes are a different scenario. Like,
What?
Different ballgame.
tomatoes can... Yeah, that's a whole different story right there.
Different ballgame.
That can be a vegetable.
But do you know what I've always said? You'd never just grab a tomato and start eating it like an apple, would you?
You would if you actually ate them in countries where they grew and they grew nice. The problem
Yeah.
is here they
That's
taste
so
like
true.
dog shit. Sorry, can I say shit? Sorry.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, but I just never thought a tomato was appetizing enough for me to actually just grab it.
I think if it was sweet and juicy enough, you would.
Probs, but I'm not even a big fan of tomatoes, so let me just not talk. I'm not even a fan.
Right. Anyway, moving on. Our topic for today is discussing relationships, but specifically, should your partner in the relationship be expected to have like a certain job, i.e. a 9 to 5, or have like certain income? If they're the man, should they be the breadwinner? So who wants to kick that one off?
I'll let you guys go for it.
I can go ahead and say that it doesn't really matter. Like, because I've thought about this before and I'm like, do you know what? As long as they're doing something and they can hold their own, that's all I can ask for. Do you know what I mean?
So what if your partner's got like no ambition, but like he hasn't... Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's a bit sticky. You know what I mean? It's like there has to be a sense of ambition behind him. I feel like I'm a very ambitious, driven woman. So just even conversations, like what would our conversations be about? Like I don't want to be like, I did this and he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I feel like even that just kind of creates potholes in the relationship. So
Everyone's different. I think everyone's got different like priorities and preferences when it comes to partners. For me, you could be working in Tesco, but if you've got a dream,
What's wrong with Tesco? I worked in Tesco.
I mean, I'm trying to do that. If you're happy doing that your whole life, then that's good for you, but we're not seeing eye to eye.
Then you
If
would-
you're doing that,
Exactly,
but you're dreaming to do that, then that's calm. But for me, it's about ambition, like you
Yeah.
said. It's about having a goal and working towards something, or just wanting something more and something to educate yourself.
But
It's
you know a manager in Tesco earns good money.
It's not about money.
Money.
It's not. When did I ever mention money?
But isn't that the whole point?
No, of course not. Money is like nada. Money
So
is the
what
bottom,
about like
one
a
of the
mortgage? How are you gonna get a mortgage without money?
I'll get my own mortgage, bruv. Like, I
Right?
don't need a man to get a mortgage. I need a man to be driven and to someone who can educate me. And like you said, at the dinner table, let's talk about our day. What are you doing today? Oh, great, I'm doing this. I'm trying to do this. I had a meeting with this person. Like, that's the kind of relationship I want. I don't want someone who's just like, yeah, I'm just happy doing like something that doesn't educate me or drive me or, you know, help people or
But
something like that.
education is good and key, but that can only get you so far. If you're not holding down like a serious job, like how are you gonna make it in life?
Because you can have a part-time job that is funding your dreams. That's what happens usually when you if you have a 9 to 5 and you leave your 9 to 5, you're never just gonna become a famous singer or actor or
Straight
or
away.
filmmaker or whatever you want to do. You have to have that if that part-time job or if that full-time job is Tesco to fund what you want to do, then that's fine. You know? I mean, do you guys agree with me?
No, I
But
agree with you.
systematically, you gotta have people in those jobs. You gotta have people sweeping the road. You gotta have people working at Tesco.
And that's fine,
yeah,
but
that's-
they're not for me.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's the
no,
thing
but they're
though.
everyday relationships though. So
No, but this is
Yeah, I feel like you get into a relationship with someone you like
hmm
and that you see yourself progressing with. So you know, have you heard people saying like we date to marry?
yeah.
Right? I date to marry. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't date to waste my goddamn
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Like time, we're never gonna get it back. So I would only see myself getting with someone ambitious, personally.
Because that's
So I
who
would-
you are as a woman.
Yeah, so
person,
I think
yeah.
I will get with someone ambitious. Let's just say there's a chance I get 1 in a million chance I get with someone who's not ambitious. They're a couch potato, and they lack drive, they lack ambition, they lack confidence. I'm also one of those people that think if I'm in a relationship with you, I hope you make me the best version of myself and I make you the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I don't think I could be with someone if they are not, you know, working their hardest and if they're not considering things in the future. Like right now, I'm just about taking care of myself, putting food on my own plate. I can't imagine what it would be like to, you know, get to the level where my mum and dad are at now and they're putting food on all of our plates. You know, like I'm thinking about savings for the future. I want to have loads of kids. I want to have 6 kids.
Ooh.
6.
Yeah. So now, yeah, I should.
Who's funding this one?
Actually, exactly. Who's funding this? So
Yeah.
it's I don't.
Where you
I'm
need
not
a good paying
I'm
job.
not gonna lie and say, oh yeah, I can confidently do that all on my own. It's hard out here. It's actually hard out here. I can't do all of that on my own. I know I want a lot of kids. I want my name to carry on for as long as it can. So that's why I want a lot of kids. And also, I'm an accident baby, so. No siblings.
Aw.
So yeah,
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert. But I want a lot of kids, and to do that, I'm gonna need myself to be hardworking and earning and caring about putting food on my children's plate, and I'm gonna need my husband to care the same amount as I do.
There's also this saying that, you know, the person you're with is a reflection of yourself.
Yeah.
With that being said, and, you know, connecting it to the point where you said about these are normal jobs and normal relationships that people have every day, it's like, it's completely fine if that person is a reflection of you. Like if that
But
person...
I think that's idealistic because I don't think in most relationships they are a reflection of themselves. Like I've seen it where like girls are just in it for the money or like they're only dating celebrities just because
No, but
they can get into a certain
even
place.
that can be interpreted because it's like, okay, hypothetical situation. If I'm a girl and, you know, I'm in it for the money and I get with a guy who has money, we're both money orientated people. It's just that he's making his own and I'm getting mine through him. So, but we're still very much the same person. Like we're still both after money.
And also, when you say reflection of yourself, you're not just talking about money. You're talking about who you are as a person.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're dating someone just for the money and say you're a lovely person, but you also dating for the money, if he's a lovely person as well, and he makes loads of money, it's still a reflection of you. It's just about who you are as a person. It's just, it depends what
No, but you just
drives
said
you
they
in
have to
life.
be ambition. So if
No,
they
they
just
don't. Not for me. For me,
Right.
they do. I'm talking about me personally. Everything I'm saying is
they have to be ambitious that with me.
for me. There are women out here who are 100% okay with working in a recruitment job, a PA job,
you're
a
just gunning
Tesco
for my
job.
jobs today, aren't you?
We're giving examples. But are you striving for more? Are you doing this podcast because you're happy in your recruitment job? And do you know what I mean? What are you trying to do here?
I'm just doing me.
No, you're trying to strive for more because you're interested in the whole media industry because you go to networking events because you don't want to expand and try and go and be above and beyond your day job.
But that's me though. Like
Exactly. That's you. That's what you want. This is what I want. That's what these guys want. The same thing. There are people out here who actually ambition, like, and getting up there and doing that and doing their dream job isn't a priority for them. And sometimes people can't make it a priority for them. They can't physically afford it or whatever their situation might be. You know, my brother and his girl are 100% happy in their little love nest. He works at a pub. She works at, in a marketing job that she doesn't particularly like. But they're happy and they love each other and they're good. Like, they don't necessarily want XYZ. They're happy. So there are people out there that, if that you can find people who work in Tesco that are going to make you happy. It just depends what your priorities are.
Do you know, it's funny you brought up your brother and his wife, girlfriend. My brother's married. He's the only one working in the marriage. My sister-in-law is unemployed completely. She's a stay-at-home mum. She looks after the 3 children. And my brother is the person that is feeding every person, including himself, in that house. And I've seen the toll it can take on someone when all the finances are on you. But he lives happy because he knows his children are being raised right. There's always that big promise that one person's at home and raising your kids right. So I feel like ambition is important. I'm speaking for myself. I feel like ambition is important. And if I'm in a relationship with someone, I feel like, yes, they should be, if I personally feel, I don't know if everyone at the table will agree with me, I feel like after 25, you should be now, well, that's for me, I would be like saving more and more and more with the hope to one day have children. And like keeping that in mind and like having my goals and ambitions also intact. So if I ever want to invest in a business, I can do that. If I ever want to invest in property, I could do that. So, but
I think that's more for girls though. At like 25, guys, they don't want to settle down to like at least 30, 35.
Oh, I'm not saying I want to settle down at 25, but like I'm just saying at that point, that's the point I will start saving, as in more and more and more with that coming, because I will remember it's coming closer and closer. I think that
as a woman, your time is ticking. Your ovaries are shriveling up, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
at 25,
egg count is lowering.
Egg count drops to 50%.
So I'm not doing that for the man's sake. I'm doing that for my own sake as well.
Yeah, but you got to remember, a guy at 25 and a girl at 25 are in two different places.
This is why you go for an older man.
But that you can't say it like that. You're in different places, but it doesn't mean you have to go for an older man. It just means if your priorities are aligned, then
I
go
do
for
feel
it.
like men mature later than women.
100%.
In the sense that emotionally, because we're built differently, women are made to be mothers. Yeah, we're made to be nurturing. So this is something that comes more naturally to us. Whereas for men, I think it's something that you have to learn almost, and you have to get through different experiences. And the more experiences you have, the more nurturing and emotionally experienced you become.
Hence why the man should be the breadwinner.
No, dead.
Yeah.
Who said that?
What? You just said it.
What? How did I say that, girls?
I didn't particularly hear that.
No, because you're saying like men and women are different. So obviously it's the men's responsibility to provide, to bring bread to the table.
Do you
Like,
believe that?
bread,
Yeah,
bread,
do you
bread,
believe
do you
that?
believe
I
that?
mean, I
No,
feel
like-
like that's what you believe.
Do you
No,
believe
like-
that?
It makes sense, innit, though? Think about it. Because, like,
But why wouldn't it make sense for the woman for it to be the roles reversed? Why wouldn't it?
she can do,
make
but
sense?
more times she's going to
Are
be
you saying
taking
it
care.
doesn't make sense because she's the one that has to give birth?
Women nowadays
Because we built different.
sometimes make more money than the man. So
Yeah, and
doesn't that
that's
make
fine.
more sense if the woman makes more money for then the dad to be a stay-at-home dad and the woman to bring
Nah,
home
the
more
woman
money?
can make money, that's fine. But I'm saying, like, the man's the constant. Like, he's going to consistently be providing, like, money into the household, into
But
the
why
income,
do you
into
say
the
that?
table. Because that's his duty. That's
Are
his...
you being controversial right now? Or is this genuinely what you believe?
No, it's an opinion that, like, it makes sense to me a little bit because obviously, like, as men, like, we go out to work, come home, bring it back. Girls, like, you're at home working, raising a baby or whatever. But, like, that's
Whatever.
that's how I
Raising the
see it.
baby, whatever. No, I don't
I
believe
think you're
in that
stuck
at
in
all.
like the 18th century.
Yeah, it's 2019,
Do you know
but
what? Yeah, it's 2019 and there's still things going on like pay gaps between genders. So there are actual pay gaps. Like men, we could have the same job, me and you, Cameron, and you'll get paid more than I will, even though we're doing the same tasks, the same duties, the same shit every day. We've got the same job title. I can say shit, right?
yeah.
Sorry. We could be literally have the same CV, same job description for the same role. You'll get paid more than me, purely because I'm female. So gender pay gap isn't right, and
Inequality in general is still alive.
So when just taking that into consideration, the pay gap that there is now, say, working at home and like being like in a couple, I just feel like that would be unfair. I would hate it. Like I think I'd feel a bit envious of my man if he was the breadwinner for a job that I'm doing as well.
No, that to me, that makes sense.
Like that would make me so annoyed. So I then strive for more and try to out pay him. Like, I want my salary to be more, so I'll be the breadwinner.
Now, my thing is like that's good that you want to strive and you know have your own income.
This is good. It's healthy.
But would it not also like appease you to know that your man's coming home consistently bringing in like an income?
Yes, but he doesn't have to be the breadwinner. If he is, in my opinion, if he is, that's also fine, as long as I have, you know, my own stuff going for me, which most likely, me being me, I would in that situation.
You go, girl.
You know,
I like that confidence.
Right.
Yes. So my only requirement is that he's bringing in a substantial amount that somewhat levels mine. It could be slightly under, it could be slightly above, but we have to be within.
Or he's working his ass off to get there.
Yeah.
And you can see
and
that.
there's promise and there's consistency and development and growth, and it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, if you didn't have those things, like I wouldn't be with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a smart girl. I would only get into a relationship with someone, I hope I'm smart, that, like, you know, would promise these things eventually. Even though, you know, you see those couples that started off with nothing and then they blossom and grow and become stronger as a couple. Growth, how you just, literally how Rosa just explained, the epitome of that.
Epitome, that's a big word.
Word of the day.
Well, she's a smart woman. So.
So women can be breadwinners, I feel like, Cameron.
But what about like, when it comes to like a mortgage, for instance, like putting together like the man and woman's income? Like, do you think that like you should do it jointly, or because in my opinion, I've seen it where like it gets stick in the relationship, it gets sticky, and obviously when it comes to like selling afterwards, and the woman's like, nah, this is my property, like get your ass out of here.
I'm keeping the house.
Yeah. See,
Exactly.
that's the
And the
only
dog.
thing. I feel like when it comes to, so making the finances and how much we're all making, it's not really a big deal. But then when it comes to how we spend it, that's where, just for me personally, because I totally understand what you've just said. I've seen situations, you know, close to me where, you know, the relationship changed. And it's like, well, the woman has the kids and we'll need the house, but, you know, we're not going to kick the man out on the street. Who takes the house? Should we sell the house? So for me, I would want the house. Like, I would want to buy my house and raise my kids with my husband.
Unless you get married and everything is split. And
See,
then
that's
lawyers
when
get involved and it can be more fair.
See, would anyone have a prenup? Because I would.
I wish.
I would.
100%.
100%.
Just so that
Times
my,
two.
you know,
Times
my
two.
No, but it's not even being selfish. It's just like you
my
gotta have your,
assets
you
are
gotta have yourself.
protected. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's like, I love you and I trust you, but life, you
Yeah.
know? And right now we could be so in love and so together, but that's all we have, you know? It's all about the moment. It's like, if we then grow 10 years, 20 years, 15 years from now, and we grow into different people, because people don't stop growing, you know? We can get married at 40. By the time we're 80, we could have grown into different people. I want to protect my assets because I understand that the tomorrow you might not be the today you. And I'm not going to like stop you from growing because we know we have all these contracts together. Like, let's stay the same person so we don't break. Like, that's too much. So it's like, it's not even coming at like, oh, I'm thinking the worst. No, it's just, I want to protect my assets because we don't know. It could be me. Like, I could turn around and fuck up. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, and then it's like, I own half of your stuff as well. And if you've got some pretty nice stuff and I fucked up, that would be not fair on you. So it works both ways.
I'm going to have to disagree with all you guys.
Well,
No.
what's your view?
I wouldn't have a prenup. No, but I don't know.
Why not?
I believe that my choice in love is gonna be the be all and end all. Like,
Yeah.
I am so certain of that, and I've been in love, like love before, and I think it's also because I've grown up with both my parents always have been in love. They met when they were 15 and 17. They're still together today. They've been together for like 40 years. 40 years.
That is amazing.
So, you know, having that faith and love growing up and now, and also being in a relationship, the relationship that I'm in, like, for me, if that's what happens later on in the future, then I will cross that bridge when we get to it. But for me, it's kind of like preempting the worst by doing that. So I wouldn't want to put that sort of, it's not negativity, but it's almost like kind of giving it that negative, like if it doesn't work out. But in my head, I don't work like that. It's not going to work out. Like, this is you and me now. So
I don't think you should be seeing it like as a negative thing. I just think can be a bit naive to think like, okay, yeah, it probably is your love of your life, but there's always going to be that chance. There's always that 0.1.
yeah, I agree. And I've been fucked over. Like, I've had relationships that I've thought I'm in love and this is the end of it.
But then
and
why not have yourself and get the prenup?
Because I think it's just a thing of trusting in myself. And I mean, I don't know, to be fair, if it was a different circumstance that I was in and my man made no money, or I made no money and he made bare money, but in a situation that I know that if we ever get married, we're going to be in quite an equal position of both making a lot of money. So I think that also depends a lot on it as well. I don't know if, if he was broke, then maybe my opinion would be different, but in the situation that I'm in, I wouldn't. I don't, like, I love, like...
What about for the children?
Calculator.
If you get married...